Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Gist with Girls in Science and Technology. Gist with Gist. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and let's learn from our amazing females in STEM.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome once again to Gist with Girls in Science and Technology. Gist with Gist. So on today's show, I have a lovely lady, a beautiful lady. I read her story and I was so touched by it, and I believe a lot of us can be motivated by this. Her name is Augustina Osabutey, and she's a graduate research assistant, and she's also the founder of Teen Lead Foundation. Hello, dear. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm doing well by God's grace. I'm
Thank
fine.
God. Thank God. So please, who is Augustina Osabutey? Tell us something about yourself.
Augustina Sabute is from Axim in the western region of Ghana. That's where she grew up and had her secondary school education in Secondary College in Takoradi, and then also had her BSc in mechanical engineering in University of Mines and Technology in Takwa, Ghana, and studied in Montana Tech in environmental engineering. That was my master's. And then also I studied ecological restoration, master's certificate in ecological restoration. So she's now currently a graduate research assistant at South Dakota State University, studying agricultural biosystems and mechanical engineering as a PhD student. And she's so much interested in protecting the environment. And so most of her research are based on working to restore environment places polluted by mining activities, and then also trying to treat wastewater and recover nutrients from wastewater. So basically that is about Augustina. And let me say she's the first child of 4 children for her mom, and then the second child of 7 children for her dad.
Okay.
And yeah.
Wow. So Augustina, please share with us, why did you decide to go into the STEM field? Why the STEM field?
Okay, so I studied general science in Ghana, Secondary College. Actually, I didn't know why I was going into science. My dad told me to select science because, as we know, Ghana, most of the times we, as children, at that tender age, JHS2, we have to make a decision about our career. I believe making that decision before going to write the basic education examination is where you actually start your life or your career. So you actually do not know much if you don't get anyone to direct you. Um, so my dad was like, choose science. And as a respectful girl from Ghana, you have to listen to your dad. So I selected science, went to do general science in secondary college. But in my second term, I got to know about what I can do with the science, some of the careers I can pursue in science. So, and most of us knew about doctors, mostly about the health sector, nurses. So the objective was to be a medical doctor. So as time went on, I that was my aim. I wanted to be a medical doctor. So that was what I was studying for. But when I completed secondary college, I got to know about University of Mines and Technology when I visited my cousin in Takwa. Mostly when I go to town, I see people like the big buses, the mining buses. Most of the times you see only two ladies coming out of the bus, or just even a whole bus which is full, you will not see any lady coming out of the bus.
Yeah.
So, and my cousin also had friends working in the mining company. They were all guys. So whenever they come home, I ask them about their jobs, and then I ask them if they have ladies in their department. Some of them will tell me no. Some of them will tell me yes. We have maybe one lady or two ladies in our department.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just tried to know about what their job was, asking questions. But then I got motivated that, okay, I don't know why, let's say mechanical engineering department, most of the time they will tell you we don't have any lady in our department, or I don't have any lady in a shift. So I'm like, this is something ladies are supposed to go into. This is something ladies can do. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go into engineering. Although I didn't have much knowledge about it, or like the motivation was that there is not much ladies in this field. So I'm going to go into engineering. And after secondary college, I bought two forms. But then for KNUST, because we all wanted to do medicine, I was hoping that even though I wanted to do that one, but I
Yeah,
was still
it was
hoping
still
that
an option.
KNUST will come in first. But then UMAT came in. Although I selected environmental engineering as my first option, I didn't know much about it.
Okay.
Just hearing environmental, I'm like, okay, I think this sounds good in my ears. But when I went, they were like, per your results, you'll be good with mechanical engineering. So we are going to put you in mechanical engineering. So I went into mechanical engineering without knowing what it is about.
Wow.
So, but I just had to go through it.
Yeah.
Uh, and then with the motivation of trying to get into this field, and then hopefully introduce and then motivate a lot of girls to go into that field. So basically my motivation is in going into the STEM field was to motivate other ladies to also get into engineering, especially mechanical engineering. So basically that is it.
Wow. Wow. So after your studies in UMAT, did you do your national service in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
I did my national service in Ghana with Go Fuels Ghana Limited, and
Okay.
I worked in the heavy mining equipment department as a maintenance planner. So yeah, in that department there were a lot of guys, as you say, if I'm correct, like about 2,000 males, and then
Wow.
the ladies in the department, I think we were just 10 in the
Wow.
department, two of us in the maintenance department.
Wow.
So yeah, that was how
Wow.
it was.
How was your experience there?
It was quite interesting, and I learned a lot. Some of them are welcoming, and some of them too were not welcoming. But as time goes on, like it depends on the relationship you have for them with them. So you respect them, and then also communicate with them well. Especially you as a maintenance planner, those on the field will always be coming to you.
Okay.
So you should know how to communicate with them, and then how to send out the message that you want them to. Or if, let's say, most of the times I go during the weekends, I was the youngest in my department. So most of the times I'll be the only one in the office during the weekends, and even sometimes my bosses will tell me, okay, I won't be available this weekend, so can you go? And then I'll go and be there. So once you are there, the only person in the office, that means you oversee the whole maintenance department office, and then also you are to oversee that the mechanics make sure the machines are working for the mining department. So being that young among these elderly people, you should know how to talk to them, how to communicate with them. But I learned a lot from them. They were welcoming. So I really learned a lot from them. So, and some of them were even will even approach you to talk to their kids at home, like
Yeah,
they want
yeah,
you to
yeah,
talk to
yeah. I
them,
do that.
encourage them to
Yeah,
work
yeah. I
you.
remember it happened to me. I actually went to a colleague's house to have a talk with his daughter. I think I've done that like twice or three times. Yes, yes, that's very true. Okay, so um, did you leave Ghana immediately after your national service?
So no, I also worked with BCM Ghana before leaving. So I left Ghana in 2017. I started my service in 2015, and then after my service, I worked with Go First for some time, and then moved to BCM Ghana. So I left Ghana around 2017, August 2017. So.
Okay, okay. So what would you say motivates you?
So what really motivates me is the desire to see teenagers achieve their career goals and my younger siblings. So my younger siblings are really dear to me, to my heart, and I see myself as the pillar in my family, and especially for my younger siblings, they look up to me a lot, and I have read when I started this Teen Lead Foundation, although I had the desire to do this at the age of 10 to help teenagers achieve their career goal.
At the age
I
of
really,
10.
yes.
Wow.
So I really didn't know how I was going to get there, but that passion in me to help teenagers achieve their career goals, especially teenagers in exam, that is what really motivates me. And as I move around the world, I have realized that it shouldn't be only Axim or Ghana, but like wherever I find myself, I should do my part, or I do my part to assist teenagers whenever I can. So.
Wow. So, from your experiences, what would you say are some of the challenges that you've had to face, and how did you overcome these challenges?
So I'll start with UMAT. So with UMAT, I did general science in secondary college, and then going to do mechanical engineering. I had no knowledge about it. So my first semester was really difficult, and I was that reserved type. So I didn't even ask questions in class or even ask friends for help. So the first semester, my grades were not good, but then I was observing. I always observed what happened in class and when those who answer questions. And I realized in my class we had about 56 of us, eight females and the rest were guys. So and then most of the guys attended the technical schools like GSTS, is it KSTS?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they knew the technical aspect. They really understood what they were doing, but I had no idea because the general science I studied in secondary college was more geared to the health sector. I did biology and all those ones for the health sector. So I decided, okay, it doesn't hurt to ask. So I ask friends about it, and then if I need any help, I ask my classmates, those who are very good in those fields, to help me out. So it wasn't easy for my first semester, but as time went on, when I decided, no, I chose to do this and I have to do it well. So I have to ask friends, my classmates. I did, and they were able to help me out. Being in school whilst in UMass, I also had to sell pastries to
So
assist
pastries
myself.
while in school.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to sell those pastries to help my parents take care of me. It wasn't that easy even before going into the university. Um, there was no money at home, and so I had to sell the pastries to be able to buy forms
Wow.
for all the schools. And then when I got the admission to, daddy was really struggling. So mom and I reached out to a cousin of mine who is a priest. What I have gathered for my pastries selling in Axim, and then also he supported with the fees, and then that added what he has. But then when I went to school, especially in my first semester, it wasn't that easy. So we just had to I had to continue with the pastries. So my mom will bake the pastries in Axim and then send it to me in Takwa, and then I'll sell them and then take the money back to my mom, and then she will give me some for feeding while daddy is also trying to find a way out for the fees. Sometimes we
Wow.
also have to come up with a way to find the fees. So I sold the pastries throughout. I think I stopped selling pastries in third year. That was when I stopped selling the pastries. There was a lot of work to do. I was about graduating, and then God also in His own way blessed my dad, so we were able to take care of my fees without me selling the pastries. So that was what happened. It was quite a struggle in UMass. I was always smiling and everything, so people didn't know, but people know
So you
my
were selling it in school to your friends, or you'd go out of school to sell it? You were selling it on
I,
campus.
I sell it on campus in class, and then I give some to my colleagues in other hostels. And then Saturdays and Sundays, I go to other hostels to sell my biscuits. So I had a name for it, Augustina's biscuits. I came up with posters I placed posters on the front doors of my classmates who agreed to sell them for me in other hostels, and sometimes I take it to the faculties to the lecturers to also buy some for their
Wow.
kids when they come home. So
You were determined to,
that was what I
yeah,
was doing.
that's the word. You were determined. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. So what will you say is your greatest achievement as of now? I know you are going to
Um,
achieve greater things. So as of now, what will you say is your greatest achievement?
okay, as of now, I would say something that I didn't know I will ever do that I've been able to do is